lesson, we will look at the various obstacles and challenges that you, as a new meditator, might face in establishing a regular practice. The reason why we are discussing these obstacles is for you to be prepared as and when they come up. And more often than not, they do come up. Preparedness will help you deal with the obstacles and sail through them. Also, you would know that it is common for these obstacles to come up, so you can be relaxed. So let's get started.
The first biggest obstacle is time. Nobody seems to have time anymore for some reason. But people do have time around 4 to 8 hours or even more sometimes to check out timelines of social media to see what's happening in others' life. But to check out what's going on within ourselves, there is no time. Some of us take up meditation as a hobby. So in the beginning, out of sheer enthusiasm of having started something new, one would be able to take out time for meditation. But after a few days, when it is not a new thing anymore and the excitement seems to die down, you tend to go back to your original routine. See, we should time and again go back to the initial pointer that we hinted. Unless you have the first point clear, that is the question, why am I doing this? No matter what we speak, we will not be able to help you. Firstly, you must understand that nobody has time. Even a person who sleeps for 16 hours has no time because he has his times and priorities set, and he does not have an hour where he would sit and wonder what he must be doing, right? So please understand that the time has to be cut necessarily from something else and be given to this. You cannot create time. You can only allot time according to your priorities. I don't know anyone who has been able to establish a sustainable practice which is worth its salt in their spare time. You have to move things around in your schedule, make some necessary adjustments in your routine. If you really want to establish consistent practice, you should be able to do this. If you don't set a regular schedule, you most likely won't meditate. Make meditation a priority. Without looking within, all your efforts to even run the rat race is also futile, right? First look within, and then you might be able to perhaps run it faster, perform better in whatever you're doing. Or maybe slow down and relax and then take up something new. How would you know all this unless you take some time to just sit down and look within? Let's not even use the word meditate if you don't like. If you can also choose something like looking within or introspection. Something which would make you just sit down every day and look what's happening in the mind space. So, see where you can cut the time from. Maybe consider taking some time off your social media, or maybe cut your time, the gossip time with your colleagues. See if you can reach home a little faster. See if you have some spare time during your work hours, or see if you can wake up 15 minutes early, and that can happen if you can see if you can go to sleep 15 minutes earlier. It's all in your hands. The next classic obstacle is procrastination. Modern life tends to be so busy, full of deadlines, so much of stress. And if you're new to meditation, it's very easy for you to think that I'll meditate after I finish such and such a thing, or I'll meditate tomorrow. This is very likely to happen, and I hate to break this to you, that tomorrow actually never comes, because tomorrow will again become day after, and then the day after will again become the day next to that. In fact, you must know that when it is tomorrow, it is already today, right? So tomorrow is always in the horizon. In short, it never happens. So make meditation a priority. Just get up from whatever you're doing and sit for meditation at the time you have set for it. Otherwise, you'll always find something that is more important to do first. The next obstacle is There could be a situation when you have had a few meditation sessions where you discovered how wild and uncontrollable your mind can be, and this can lead to frustration. And now you conclude that meditation is all work and there's no reward. This is where reluctance comes in and resistance to practice comes to picture. While procrastination prevents us from sitting down, reluctance prevents us from meditating once we are seated. It would lead to daydreaming, planning other things rather than actually meditating. Meditation opens up a certain amount of garbage also. This you must be aware. This is natural to happen, and it is better that one accepts this so that one can stay put till he or she reaches that pure essence. When your eyes are open, you have other things to distract you and they keep you away from the inner garbage. The moment we close our eyes, everything starts coming in the conscious zone, and there is nothing to avoid or dodge here. Let them come. It's there because that's how it is popping up, right? And it will pop up today, tomorrow. Let it come. Stay put with your practice, and you will be able to go beyond it. You will be able to go beyond all the dirt that is there inside and reach the pure essence of yourself. That is really nectar, like you see, but it takes some time. The other obstacle is self-doubt. When you have discovered that your mind is wild and unruly and you find it rather hard to control it, when this happens, you start doubting your own abilities. We always tend to stick with activities that we are good at, right? And we totally avoid doing things that we struggle with. Maybe with the outer world it makes sense, but when it comes to inner world, it demands us to stay put for a while because we are talking about ourselves here. It's not about trying to understand somebody or trying to look inside somebody else. It's about us, and we matter to ourselves, right? Now, let's also look at how did you get good at anything else also? You most likely did it again and again, maybe consciously or unconsciously, but there was a repetition involved till a particular point of time where the momentum of doing had entered your unconscious zone where you weren't really required to execute that activity. Though meditation is not a habit or meditation itself is not a skill, the effort in the beginning to get yourself to sit for meditating, that is no different from anything else. Unless it enters your unconscious mind that you are wanting to meditate, you won't be able to even stick to your practice. Just keep doing your meditation every day. You will get better and better. And also remember not to compare yourself with anyone else. Each person is on their own journey, right? Whether it could be your spouse or your parents or your best friend, still you do not have to compare your experience with theirs. Do not unnecessarily compare and create new hurdles to stop yourself from meditating. And also there is one more classic biggest obstacle. This is your own creativity to come up with new obstacles. Even if we try to make you aware of all the 100 obstacles, your mind will still tell you, but you know, my case is so different. I have this unique challenge that nobody else in the world has. And this is an age-old excuse pattern. Even before getting started, our mind creates a solid excuse that you might have to tell people in case you're not able to pursue or succeed. The moment you fail, you will grab that excuse as a reason because for you, everything is all about how you can justify to others. This is an unfortunate truth. If you want to meditate, you will have to make up a story for others. If you want to quit from meditation, your mind has to make up a story for others. Anything what you do or don't do, the first thing the mind has to do is prepare a story what has to be told to people. So be aware of this excuse nature of your mind. Time and again, I ask you to please revisit your why. And perhaps that is the only thing what would help you be grounded in the long run.